Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. This is game 6 from the World Chess Championship 2023. Liren had white pieces and he started with d4. Ian Nepomniachtchi played knight to f6, knight to f3, d5, bishop to f4, the London system maybe, c5, e3, knight to c6, knight from b to d2, c takes on d4, e takes on d4, bishop to f5. If queen to b6, then knight to b3. To our game, bishop to f5, c3, the London system indeed. e6, bishop to b5, bishop to d6, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, and both players castled king's side. Rook to e1, h6, knight to e5, knight to e7. Of course, if knight takes on e5, d takes on e5. This is good for white. Knight to e7, a4, a6, bishop to f1, waiting for his moment on f1 square, knight to d7, knight takes knight, queen takes knight, a5, one pawn controlling two pawns, queen to c7, queen to f3, rook from f to c8, rook to a3. It looks like that white wanted to play b4, bishop to g6, knight to b3 on the way to a juicy c5 square, knight to c6, queen to g3, queen to e7. If queen takes on g3, h takes on g3. White has a better pawn structure and better chances in the endgame. But is it enough to win? Back to our game. In this position, queen to e7 was played, h4, rook to e8, knight to c5, black to move. And this happened to be the critical position of the game. e5 was played, and this is not a good move. Perhaps bishop to f5 would be a better move. So what's wrong with this move? Liren played rook to b3. Knight takes on a5, but the knight is no longer controlling e5 square. So Liren captured on e5 with the rook. Queen to f6, rook to a3, knight to c4, forking two rooks, but white light squared bishop was waiting in the ambush. Bishop takes on c4 was played. D takes on c4, h5, bishop to c2, knight takes on b7. White is a pawn up and has a better pawn structure. Queen to b6, forking the knight and the pawn on b2. Knight to d6 was played, setting up a little trap. Rook takes on e5. If queen takes on d6, then rook takes rook check, winning the black queen. So we have rook takes on e5, queen takes rook, queen takes on b2, rook to a5, king to h7. What happens if queen takes on c3? One line goes like this. Knight to e8, threatening checkmate. After f6, knight takes on f6 check, g takes on f6. And now watch this. Queen to d5 check, king to h7, queen to b7 check, king to g8, queen takes rook check, king to h7, queen to b7 check, king to g8, queen to d5 check, king to h7, queen to f7 check, king to h8, rook takes on a6, winning. Back to our game. King to h7 was played, rook to c5 on the way to c7, queen to c1 check, king to h2, f6, queen to g3, a5, knight takes on c4. If rook goes to c7, then the queen to g5. Back to our game. So in this position we have knight takes on c4, intending knight to e3. a4, knight to e3, bishop to b1. If a3, then rook to c7, and black can't play queen to g5 anymore. Back to our game. Bishop to b1, rook to c7, threatening checkmate, rook to g8, knight to d5. White is creating a mating net, king to h8. If a3, one line goes like this. Rook takes on g7 check. Rook takes rook. Knight takes pawn check. King to h8. Queen to b8 check. Rook to g8. Queen takes rook checkmate. Back to our game. So we have king to h8. Rook to a7. a3. Knight to e7. Rook to f8. If a2, knight takes rook, and after king takes knight, queen takes on g7 checkmate. So we have rook to f8, d5, a2, queen to c7, king to h7. If queen to b2, intending pawn to a1 queen, then knight to g6 check, and after bishop takes on g6, queen takes pawn on g7 checkmate. Back to our game. King to h7 was played. Knight to g6, threatening checkmate. Rook to g8. White played a move and black resigned, and the move is queen to f7. Nepo resigned. If bishop takes on g6, then h takes on g6 check. King to h8, queen takes rook check, king takes queen, checkmate, and let's go back. If queen to b2, intending to promote the pawn, then queen takes rook check, king takes queen, rook to a8 check, king to f7, rook to f8 checkmate. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.